So hello everyone. We are the student of SPIT from Electronic Branch. Myself, Kuldeep Vaishnav, my two teammates, Prashil Shah and Shubham Shigwan, will demonstrate our final year project. So the title of our final year project is the computational drug development using chemi informatics. So, so the problem statement of our project is we know that the drug discovery is a very complex process as well as it is a long process. It almost for discovering or for developing a drug it takes almost 10 to 12 years with an annual expenditure of $2 billion USD, and afterwards it is also not sure whether the drug will be effective or will or not effective. The rate of success is very low. So how can we achieve the greater rate of success with a less period of time and by investing less money? So here comes in picture the AI. By using the AI we can uh, cut down the cost price as well as the period of time and improve the rate of success. So how can for in our project we have considered the targeting we are considering the Alzheimer disease, which is an progressive disease that destroy the memory and important mental functions over the period of time while growing elders. So why the Alzheimer disease happen? There are three therapies behind this. So the first is the A beta cascading hypothesis, the tau hypothesis, and the cholinergic hypothesis. So for R, we have considered the cholinergic hypothesis. So what is cholinergic hypothesis and how the Alzheimer disease happen? We all know that the signal transmitted in our brain through the neurons, and inside the neurons there is a molecule called as acetylcholine which transmits the signal from one neuron to another neuron. So while transmitting the signal from one neuron to another neuron, there is a membrane between the two neurons. When the transmitting signal passes through this membrane, there is an attacker between the membrane called as acetylcholinesterase. So over the period of time, when we grow older, the enzyme becomes stronger and the signal transmitter become weak. Due to this, there is a less signal transmission and the attacker acetylcholinesterase becomes stronger. So for so if we decrease the value of acetylcholinesterase, we can overcome the Alzheimer disease. So we have for our project, so we have find out our target, that is the acetylcholinesterase. So while talking about so now we will moving how we will go through our project through the AI based model. So we will be collecting the compounds which can attack the acetylcholinesterase through the Chimbal database, and we will run various models using AI as well as filtering the data will be happen through this process. And the name of the process is called as QSAR, that is quantitative structure analysis. There are various libraries in the Pythons which can faster this process and help in achieving our result. So how does our model work will be explained by my two teammates. So over to you, Prashit.
Yeah. So basically, we have divided this project into 5 parts so that we can work remotely. I'll be walking you all through the first 2 parts. In the first part of our code, we have basically collected the data from the Cambial database, which is a database of 2 million compounds, and it contains 76,000 documents. Basically, here we are downloading and importing the biological activity data from this database, and then we are searching for the target protein and retrieving the bioactivity data from the Cambial database. Then after, we are basically classifying these compounds under the acetylcholinesterase compound into active, inactive, and intermediate into inactive or intermediate stuff. Then after we are saving this particular yeah then after we are saving this particular file, and this part 1 is being used in part 2. Now part 2 is basically used for exploratory purpose. it uses it we are analyzing the data here by installing we are installing the Lipinski descriptors, which is a set of rule for drug likeness of a compound, that whether it will be it basically says that whether the drug will be absorbed, distributed, or excreted. Then after we are classifying, we are basically just taking the active and the intermediate compounds from the part 1 and removing its log p value, which tells us the solubility of the drug. And then after we are converting that log p value into PIC 50 value, so that we get evenly distributed graph for next part. Now part 3 will be explained by Shubham. Part 3 onwards.
So now we are gonna compute the molecular descriptor using Petal descriptor software. It is a molecular, for example, you can say a molecular descriptor is the final result of logical and mathematical procedure which transform chemical information encoded within a symbolic representation of a molecule into a useful number or a result of some standardized experiment. So a Petal descriptor software is used for calculating molecular descriptor and fingerprint. So we are going to do that, and then we will prepare a data set of X and Y data frames that will be used for model building. So now for the fourth part. So this was the Petal descriptor we were calculating, and this was the X and Y data sets. So now fourth part. So now we are gonna so now we will use the computed molecular descriptor that we have computed earlier as the X variable to build the regression model for predicting the PIC 50 value for predicting the PIC 50 value, which is a Y variable, and we are gonna remove some low variance features. Low variance features means the values that are nearing the zeros. So we are going to do that, and we will split the data in the 80-20 fashion, which is 80% training and 20% testing. So now we are going to build a regression model using random. So random forest is an ensemble technique. For example, you can say ensemble technique is used as you can take multiple algorithms and you are gonna create a more powerful model than the original one. So that is that. And the fifth and for the fifth part, we are actually gonna compare several. We are going to compare several regression models. To the fifth part. Fifth one. So now in the fifth, we are gonna quickly build several regression model, and we are gonna compare the. We are going to compare the regression models to see which model works better for the process data set, and which will help us in data visualization model performance. So Prashil, you can continue.
So now these are the results. We have basically created a small sort of app which runs locally, and this is basically printing the potency value of the drug, and secondly the graph the graph in the next slide the graph in the next slide shows us the plotting of the points with predicted values versus experimental values. Experimental values versus predicted values, which shows that majority of the points are on the median of the line, which says that we are working in the right path and our accuracy is high and we are getting right stuff. So now to conclude, we are basically able to collect the information on the potency values of the drug, which will affect the targeted enzymes, and we have successfully built a model for that. Thank you.